Hi there, I'm author and freelance writer Melissa May Younger, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to start and research your nonfiction book. Okay, well, step one is just to choose a topic. So choosing a topic can be a daunting task. Sometimes you already have ideas for this, but the first thing you have to do is just brainstorm. Okay, just think about what are you really interested in, because you want to make sure that when you're committing to this project, it's something that you're going to be interested in finding out a lot of information about and really trying to teach somebody else about it. Put it in your own words. So I would say just brainstorm anything that you have experience in, something that you are passionate about. That's how you're going to choose your topic, okay? Make sure that it's something that you have some kind of working knowledge about at the beginning. That's going to make for the most compelling read. And then step two, I would say narrow down your topics. So once you've brainstormed that list, you want to narrow it down to maybe like your top few topics that you think that you might be interested in. And then do some preliminary research. You want to ask yourself why you want to write this book and who's going to read it and maybe what they're interested in about this topic. And so you want to write all of that out. And once you've written all that out, you can kind of weigh the topics against each other and go ahead and just choose which one is most appealing to you. Again, I tend to go for enjoyment over the making money aspect, because you are going to put so much time and effort into this book. Here's the thing. If you write a book just to make money, right, then maybe you're successful, maybe you're not. But either way, you have committed so many hours of your life, so much frustration, and did you get anything back from that experience? And did you enjoy that process, or did you make yourself miserable along the way just to try to make money? And in the end, you might not actually make money, right? You might have, the market might not like your book. Okay, I'm sorry, but that's the harsh reality, right? So I would say make sure it is a topic that you are passionate about, that you are interested in, that you do have some kind of background and experience in. Okay, I'll get off my soapbox now. So once you have that topic, what you want to do is you want to create categories and a rough outline to help you start your research. So you might just brainstorm what you already know about this topic, and then you can start to do some preliminary research. And what I mean by that is basically just type into Google some things about your topic, see what comes up, and what are people talking about your topic. What are kind of the hot button issues? And then you might also want to consider what are some things that you think people who are interested in this topic might want to know that's not out there, because that's where you can add value and where you can be a voice in this area. And I would say don't just use Google, okay? Please do not just Google everything to find your facts. You need to do your research. You need to do it well. You want to put out a quality book, right? So you can use Google Scholar. There are different websites put out by colleges, Princeton, for example, that have more scholarly articles. And so you'll have to do some reading and some digging for some information. If you're doing a medical book, you might want to look at the Mayo Clinic website. So basically just look for who is the expert in what you're talking about, or who are the experts. Where's the research coming from? Trace that back to its origin. So for example, if you find some facts quoted in a news story, then they'll cite those facts, hopefully, they should, down below, or they'll have a link you can click on, and you want to follow those to their source. And there you might actually find even more information about your topic, okay? And you want to cite that from the original source, right? Not from the news story. So that's a little bit about starting that gathering information process. And then you want to dig deeper. Once you've started to gather that information, just different, maybe disparate facts about your topic, you want to ask questions about the information and ask what parts you think that your readers will care about most. Because it matters what you're interested in, but it really matters what your readers are interested in. Because if you want someone to read your book and continue reading your book, then you need to be addressing really what they care about. And the way that you're going to get at that is not necessarily through a search engine, but from kind of getting inside their head. So you might have heard in business that you want to make this kind of profile, this persona of who is going to buy your product. It's the same thing with a book. Who's going to read your book? Who's your ideal reader? You want to dig into that. You want to see, what age group are they in? What do they care about? What are their fears? What are their interests? All of that. You want to dig into all of that, and that's going to help you to get at this question of what will your readers care about? And that will help you in choosing what to put in your book and maybe what to leave out. Because one of the most annoying things in a nonfiction book is when there are whole chapters of stuff that you really don't care about. And you just feel like it's filler content, or the author just wanted to talk about this thing. If you ever had that experience, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So don't do that. Make sure that everything in your book has a purpose, is going to help your reader in some way, is going to inform them, is going to interest them, is going to hit all those points. Okay? And then I would say step 5, you want to do research now that goes one level deeper. Now that you've found categories and facts, now that you've found which places that you want to expand upon, then you want to go out and do even more research. So if you found, one fact in one place that supports one of your claims that you're making, then you want to go out and you want to find more. Okay, you can't just rest your entire case on one study or one fact. You want to make sure that you've looked at lots of different sources and sources that are not connected with one another. What I mean by that is if there are organizations that are kind of buddies, they might have all the same kind of ideas and the same kind of facts and information and studies that they're basing things on. And it's better if you can kind of take a wider approach and look at different institutions. And it depends on your topic here, okay? Or different lines of thought, different approaches. So you want to look at all those. That's what makes a nonfiction book really interesting and really convincing, is when you can tell the author's really done their research, they've done their homework, they've looked at everything across the board so that the reader doesn't have to, okay? Now, after you have done all of your research, then congratulations, you have arrived at the writing stage and you can begin to write. But I would say make sure you do not try to skimp on the research aspect. A well-researched book is going to make for a much more compelling